So, Giants lose today to the Ravens. Um, I purposely waited to make this video after the afternoon games to see about the Giants' fate. And as it goes, Washington lost to Carolina, and the Cowboys were able to beat the Eagles, which means, the Giants still have a possibility of making the playoffs after next week. I know some people don't want to hear that, but that is the reality of the NFC East this year. We'll see. We'll have some fun with this weekend or this week coming up. So, you know, um, I'm excited about the opportunity that the Giants have as far as today's game goes. I know that today is a typical kind of game that the Dave Gettleman naysayers love to see. It's almost like there's a lot of you that call yourselves Giant fans, but you just thirst to watch the Giants get absolutely dominated like they did today in some aspects of the game, just so that you can sit on your pedestal and tell everybody how bad an individual is, which to me is the equivalent of a certified booger eater. Here's the deal for a lot of you that don't understand how general managers work in professional sports. So a general manager like Dave Gettleman gives people, players, coaches, mostly players, the opportunity to compete at the highest level of their profession. Through free agency and through drafting rules, you're limited to what players you can and can't get. Some of you think that the player pool is absolutely unlimited, but it is not. So Dave Gettleman gives people the opportunity at the ones he can get, and it's up to them to execute and perform. And today, in my opinion, as a Giants fan who watched this game, today came down to the fact that the Giants players did not simply execute and did not simply perform. Last week I was hard on Joe Judge. This week I put all blame on the players because the tackling today was some of the worst tackling I've seen the Giants do in 2020. Was awful. And I understand he just got a big fat or not, I won't say big fat, but a nice contract. One that I'm not too happy about, one that I'll speak about later. But I thought Logan Ryan today played fucking awful. I thought he was terrible today. Probably his worst game as a Giant, in my opinion. The defense, just in my, I've praised this defense every chance I could get. Xavier McKinney has not shown anything at all. But I've praised this defense every chance I could get this year because I think they've played really good ball, and I think they're a top 10 defense on most days. But today, they just did not perform at the expectation level that I was hoping for. The Ravens really bullied them on the offensive side of the ball, and as far as our offense, I really felt like Daniel Jones, gave everything he possibly had. There's just we just believe it or not, Evan Ingram actually played a pretty good game today. I don't know if the man just needed to get a Pro Bowl slot for him to be playing better, but the offensive line really let Daniel down in a couple of occasions. Although I thought they played the totality of the game. I thought they played okay, but the receivers just didn't make any plays today. I mean, Austin Mack was even dropping crucial third down passes, and I praised Darius Slayton at the start of the year, and he's just not making any big time plays. And it's frustrating. Our running game was a little bit stuck in neutral. It felt like today, but at the end of the day, this was it was still a tough situation for the Giants to be in. They're just not 100% right now, especially without Daniel Jones's issues going on right now, and we just can't afford, the Giants right now just can't afford to have Daniel Jones be in not 100%. So if you want to pick your nose and blame an old man who's given some of these guys an opportunity to compete, go right ahead and do that. I think that's silly. these guys, at the end of the day, they got to tackle. They got to compete. They got to perform. And I will say this: I thought after a very what seemed to be a dominant first half for the Ravens, I appreciate the effort in the second half from the Giants because they did scratch and claw and fight. And after being dominated for what looked to be 2 quarters, the Giants came out and won the third quarter. I mean, they did. The Giants won the third quarter. They just didn't do enough in the fourth quarter to win the game. So frustrating. It's upsetting, but for me, the Giants have an opportunity next week, and none of this is going to matter if things can go our way. And I just want to figure out. I want to figure out where I stand on this. As far as there's a part of me that I want to win. Don't get me wrong. I want to win. I'm not here about the draft pick, but there's a part of me that I don't think that this Giants team, with the way they are right now and the condition they're in, I don't know. They really don't deserve a playoff spot, and I'm not so sure that they would compete very well in a playoff game. I would love that opportunity, but a part of me is a little concerned about the health of this team right now, especially Daniel Jones. So for me, as much as I'd love for the Giants to play a playoff game, Daniel needs to be able to protect himself and play at a high level, and he's just not able to do that right now. I just don't like to see him get hit like he's getting hit right now, because he's not even. I mean, like today, he's not even leaving the pocket, not leaving the pocket at all. So, which I don't blame him. I understand you're not 100%. So, it's kind of limiting his game right now. So, just a real frustrating day to be a Giants fan. If you were following me on Twitter today, I stayed in the fight. I'm proud of that. I'm not quitting, and I'll sign up for a chance to go to the playoffs in Week 17. But it's going to be tough sledding for the Giants. It is. We'll see. The Cowboys are playing pretty good. They're on, I believe, a 3-game winning streak. But just nothing really I can say right now. I just need to figure out where my head's at as far as, the Eagles and Redskins go, and then Giants, Cowboys, get my head right, and then, analyze a little bit more of this game. But again, for you guys that want to nitpick at Dave Gettleman or blame Daniel Jones, I just think you're fucking clueless at this point. I really do. I'm not 100% happy, but this Giants team has turned it around. Today just was just not a very good game. It just wasn't. So it's unfortunate. Congrats to the Ravens fans on your win today. You may not even get to the playoffs, but congrats. And we'll just see about this week, guys. So a little late with this video, but again, I just wanted to see what the outcome of the other games were. But just it's frustrating when the players that you support so much just don't come to play.